And we're here once a week showing you guys a cool tutorial, answering all your questions, and we're so excited that you guys join us every week. We have a lot of people. I see we have Debbie Douglas, who is here with us again.
Hello, Debbie.
And we have Oana Maria from Italy. And thank you guys so much for joining in. If you have any questions, write them below, comment, share, like.
This is the moment.
Yeah.
This is the right moment.
This is your
for
time.
questions,
Yeah.
for sharing, for everything is happening right now.
And we're going to go actually over the tutorial that we did this week, which was called Dive Phone, like iPhone, Dive Phone. Where
Cool name, huh?
Yeah, I wonder who thought of it. Where we actually took 2 different pictures, and we can show people it. Or maybe actually, let's talk about the Instagram first. We wanted to show you guys our Instagram. So our Instagram, we actually upload, I think, 3 to 4 user photos a week, plus the tutorial that we do. So if you guys are interested in getting features, you should be tagging your photos in Light and PhotoFox. And let's show people what other people have been doing, because it's a really cool place for inspiration if you guys are interested in it.
It's definitely necessary when you're always looking for inspiration and getting ideas. It's a very good way to refresh your mind and see what's out there, what's actually trendy. So here we have the feed.
You want to talk about the feed?
Yeah, of course. I would love to talk about
Okay, we can talk about my favorite photo recently is actually this one. I think it's really cool. He used elements. He combined like reflection. I think he's been on our feed a few times. And he always tags in Light and PhotoFox, so that's how we know. Very
important. And as you can see, he did a very nice job with the colors, actually. I like the colors.
Yeah, it's a good, nice. They complement each other well. What else? What's your favorite one? User photo only.
Well, there's been a very cool ones lately. This one's kind of cool.
This is actually the photo we had for Light This, which is, right, the bridge photo. The bridge photo is actually something we gave to you guys. We give you a photo challenge once every Saturday, and people do really cool stuff with it. This is like pretty creative. I like
very nice. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't see that coming. What else? What else we have here? We have many cool stuff. I mean, look at all that. Look at that. It's creepy.
No, I like this one with the frame also. That one's real. That's creepy. That's like, where did she go?
So also I like it because it's high resolution. You can see very crispy, so it's very nice. You see this very well done job, and also you see it well presented. So really invites you to look at it.
All right. Well, that's our feed. If you guys want to take a look at it, it's in Light PhotoFox on Instagram. You should be tagging all of your photos with hashtag PhotoFox and hashtag InLight so that we can feature you. And we look at your photos all the time, so we're watching.
That's the thing we do.
Yeah. And let's get started. Let's show. This is actually you can even see the tutorial right here. This was our tutorial from Tuesday. And we're going to do something just like this, but a little bit different because we get bored of using the same photo, and so do you guys. So Joseph finds more cool things to do once a week. And let's get started. If you guys have any questions about it, then let us know. There's David Hodges, our friend, saying hello. Hi, David. And Movin Wu, his sound is back. Very exciting. There's an issue with sound where it's like by default it's off. So this happens to us every live where people don't know it. They don't have sound. So the rest of you people should be telling them how they can do that.
A lot of Spanish speakers here.
Yeah. Keelan Anderson from Houston. Hi, Keelan.
Hello, Keelan.
Mark Snyder. We have Uriel from Kansas City. He was here last week. I remember him. Anyway, Jesse Ramirez. Okay, I think we'll get started if you guys are ready.
Let's start rolling. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. This is our empty canvas, and we're gonna bring a picture to begin with. So, first of all, I want to talk about a few things about the selection of the images that we're going to be using. Actually, this is the tricky part in this tutorial. It's very simple. It looks kind of like hard, but the trickiest part is to find the right pictures, because you actually need that the angles are matching in terms of what is the angle of the phone or of anything that you're going to be placing your image over, in this case the phone, and you need also the image to be in the same angle, right? But the good news is that since we're using a very simple image of an iPhone, it's a picture that you can create by yourself by just taking a picture of it. And then you can just decide what is the angle that you're needing. If it's that you're taking an image from a stock website and then you need that precise angle, then you can just take a picture by yourself, and even the both image you can create it just by yourself, and then it will be much easier and the result will be much better. So having said that, I'm going to show you now the picture that I'm going to be using to add this. Instead of the swimmer, I'm going to be adding here a yoga teacher or something like that. He's doing some crazy moves in there. So as you can see, this is kind of the angle. It's not exactly the angle, but it's good enough for this case. And we're going to try to place it. But in order to know exactly where we need to put it, what is the best place, we're going to go and lower the opacity, first of all. And then we can see where are we standing. So let's start playing with it and try to place it in best.
This is super helpful.
Yeah.
This is something that with Enlight, the original Enlight, you weren't able to do, right? Because you couldn't, there was no layers, so you couldn't make one part more opaque. So
No.
this is awesome.
You need to have a lot of faith.
A lot of guessing, good guessing skills.
Good guessing skill. Which is not bad, I mean, having that skill, but since we have this, it makes everything much easier and more simple. So let's say this is the composition that I want. I want to have him here, and what I'm going to be doing, why am I placing him here, is because I want to have this, his foot outside and one inside of the screen to create that weird look that we're going for. So now in order to, for example, what would you do in a normal case? You will go to eraser, right? You go to eraser, and then in the traditional way, we would turn off the edge avoidance, and we'll start deleting and trying to shape this screen, right? And that is a way to do it, but there's a cool trick that I find out how to do this in an easier way. It's a little bit longer, but it's actually more accurate, and it will help you to get better results. And so what you do, by the way, in case you didn't know, let's stop the check mark here. As you can see right now, I just erased some parts of the image, right? But if I want to recover those areas that I erased, you can just go back to the eraser and then tap the restore icon, and then you can recover. It's like it's saved. All the information is there, so you can just restore your image.
So if you make a mistake and you erase too much, and it works even if you go on. Like if I press the check mark and then I add an effect.
You add an effect, and then you just go back and you just have it there. You can restore it.
So that's
every time.
super helpful for people who are like.
Yeah. I mean, there might be people out there that don't know this, and it's very important because there could be cases where you really need it.
Yeah, if you are very indecisive, for example.
I mean, it's part of the process.
Or even if you made a mistake and you didn't see it, so now you can just go back and fix it once you're like, crap, I forgot this whole, didn't erase the whole left side.
It happens. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go back. And so the technique or the trick that I'm going to teach you involves the duo. So let's go to tone, and then let's go to duo. And you have to be sure that you're applying the effect over the image of the lower opacity, the guy, the yoga guy, or whatever is your character. So first of all, we're going to turn the colors to black and white. So color 1, black, color 2, white. Then we're going to go to shape and linear, and we're going to drag this arrow down to the center, and then we're going to place it in the first edge of our screen. Okay, try to be as much as accurate as you can. If you need, you can zoom in, just zoom in a little bit, tap the move icon, and then start seeing if you're in the right angle right there, something like that, and then step on the line, and then very important, you need to tap on blending and then multiply. That will actually make disappear the white and will only leave the black, which is what we are looking for. Okay, let's go back and let's zoom out to see. And it's very important that you see, that you're not affecting any areas of the character when you're applying the black effect over it, right? So why are we doing this is because later on when we'll be removing all the black, it will be very easy for the edge avoidance to recognize the black edges, and then we'll leave exactly what we want to have on the screen. So once we did this, we're going to tap the check mark, and we're going to do this a couple of more times until we have all the sides of the screen. So let's go back to Duo. Color 1, black. Color 2, white. Shape, linear.
We have a question from Wang. He's asking if there's any class in Chinese. So we don't know Chinese, but if you watch without sound, like, or even not understanding the words, you can probably still understand what we're doing. But I mean, you probably know that. That's what you're doing now, I assume. So that's not a very helpful answer, but no. Maybe we'll learn Chinese one day.
Yeah.
We also, Sander Vasas gave us a really nice compliment saying we're doing a lot of cool stuff and inspiring a lot of people. So thank you so much, Sander. That's a very nice compliment.
Thank you very much.
We're here to inspire you. And if you have any questions, let us know. This is the time while Joseph is doing all these duo things.
Duo process.
Duo process, yeah. So we have a good comment here. Don't know what he's trying to say. We have hello from Malaysia, from Evander Holyfield. Hi,
Yeah.
Malaysia. What time is it in Malaysia right now? I feel like it's probably nighttime. Maybe not. I really don't know. That was a big guess. You can tell me if I'm right.
She can tell you. I think she's the best one.
So I think something really cool about like doing these types of photos. Actually, the whole reason we did the tutorial was actually because we got a inspiration from our PhotoFox group. So if you guys aren't in the PhotoFox group, you should definitely join it. If you just go to our Facebook page and you look at groups, you'll see the PhotoFox group there. And a lot of people were doing this kind of thing on their own. There's one with like a whale coming out of the phone, and there's one with like pyramids coming out. Yeah. So it kind of inspired us to do another. We did one of these kind of tutorials before about Machu Picchu when Joseph came back from Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
But people just kept doing it. We're like, oh, we have to do another one. It looks like it's something the people want. So if there's any other kind of tutorial you guys want, just let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Watching you.
Okay, as you can see now, I wanna erase from this selection that I've done from this duo. I wanna erase the effect from the foot so we can see that it's coming out of the iPhone, which is the cool part of all this. So let's start erasing. We
have done, or Tolan is asking if there's any difference between the app in Light and Light PhotoFox. Okay, Dan, are you ready for the answer? There is a difference. Actually, okay, so in Light is actually our first app, and Light came out in March of 2015, I think.
Good.
I think, yeah.
Good
Remember
memory.
the day. I had a friend who got married on the same day, so
Wow.
it's engraved in my brain. And it was a paid app. It is still available on the App Store. It's a paid app. It has the mixer tool, which is the way that you can combine two photos. And then we came out with Inlight PhotoFox, which actually just came out July-ish, middle of July, like a month ago.
Somebody married that week.
July 6th. No, but they didn't get married.
Okay.
And what's cool about Inlight PhotoFox, first of all, it's free. You can do a subscription. It's free to download. You can get a subscription if you want extra pro tools. And what's cool about PhotoFox is the layers. Basically, it's sort of an upgraded version of Mixer, where in Light had Mixer, you can combine two photos. In Light PhotoFox, you can alter every layer whenever you want. So for example, what Joseph showed you about being able to go back and erase whenever you want. If you make a mistake, you can change opacity, you can add things sort of at every step along the way. So it makes photo editing so much easier, so much more easy to be creative. More easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easier to be
To
creative.
express yourself,
Yeah.
basically.
And also there's I think support for raw. There's the ability to start with a blank canvas, a colored canvas, a textured canvas. There's the ability to set your pixel size. If you want to print your photo or you need it a specific size, you can do that. What else is new?
What else is new? We have tons of packs, of stickers,
there's
elements.
a lot more elements.
A lot of tags, fonts.
A lot of people wanted fonts, especially if you go pro. You'll get so many more packs, and we're always going to be updating them because it is a subscription thing. So every month you get cool new stuff. So that's your answer, Don.
All right. So we finished the step of the duo and defining the edges of the screen, and now we're gonna raise again the opacity. And this is actually now the real look. And now we're going to start erasing all the black. And now you're going to see how easy it comes to actually just erasing instead of trying to shape such a straight line, which is from the edges. And it just comes very easily, very smooth. And the result is much more accurate.
That's another thing that Enlight PhotoFox has that Enlight doesn't is more accurate brush control. So you can actually change the size of the eraser, you can change the opacity of the eraser, you can change if there's edge avoidance or there isn't edge avoidance, which means it can detect the edge to make the erasing more accurate. There's also light effects, which is a cool new feature. You can add like lens flares, and there's new urban features also, which are like there's the galaxy
a lot of
backdrop in urban, which is very cool.
Backdrops, definitely.
So if you're debating, both of them are great, but get PhotoFox.
PhotoFox is just like the evolution of.
It's like the iPhone 8.
Yeah, that would be a
If
good
you
way
had
to put it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're done here. And now there's something missing here. Perhaps some shadow will actually help. So let's add a transparent layer, and by doing that, you can just tap the plus icon here and then transparent. Okay, and now we're gonna drag this below this guy, and we're gonna go to artistic and doodle. Okay, and now I'm gonna select the ES3 brush, which is with the kind of more smooth edges, and we're gonna tap here on the brush control that we were speaking before, and you're gonna try to make it as big as like 100, and the opacity, let's say something like 6, 7, maybe 8, and just to be very very smooth, and then just zoom in a little bit, and then start, like flat line.
This is something I would never ever think of to do. I feel like these are like the little details that really makes your photo look like it's real. Like there's actually shadow on the desktop.
Yeah.
So it's like little details like these that make it like really pop. Like it really connects the reality to the fantasy.
Okay. In this session, you're the one with the cool phrase. All right. I take my hat off, and I don't have one.
If you had a hat.
Yeah. Okay. If I'll have more elements outside, I will try to do as much as realistic of those shadows. And in this case, it looks good to me. So let's stop the check mark. And if you think that you did it too dark, or you want to play with it a little bit, you can just play with the opacity also, just to finish the look. And now all we have to do is because they're two different images, we want to unify the look, and so we're gonna use some filters, some darkroom maybe, just to make it look even more together.
One picture.
So before we do this, it's very important to remember that if you want to apply some filters, effects, or any color correction, you need to merge these images, or you might need to save it and then reopen it so you can have just one layer. Because you need to have it only on one layer. So let's tap first and then let's merge. Only do this when you're very sure that this is what you're gonna do. But anyway, you can always go back and change.
We have a question from Hannah. She's saying, if you have a flat picture that doesn't look 3D like that, how do you make it look good like that to make it pop or stand out? I think, Hannah, are you referring to the iPhone picture or are you referring to the picture of the yoga guy?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Depends which image, and then also depends actually more on the other image. What is the angle? I mean, the idea is that you need to have the two images to match their angle. They have to be like
the
same
same
angle.
perspective.
Like if you have, for example, this like this, and then the image has to be like the ground is also like this on the.
Or if like your phone was like this.
Yeah.
Am I gonna break something? Okay, then you could do a picture that like comes out like this, technically.
Yeah, that could be also. You can do something like coming out of the phone.
She's saying the person, if the person isn't 3D. Well, our person actually wasn't 3D. Our person we just made it look 3D because we put the leg outside of the phone and it was just a guy doing yoga. It's a 2D picture. Maybe show her what the picture looked like originally. Can we do that?
So this is the original image. Here. You see?
Yeah, so he's pretty much just, it's a regular picture, but we made him look as if he's really coming out of the phone because we put this part behind and we put this part outside of the phone. So it's sort of meeting the other picture and coming out.
That's the whole effect that we're creating here, trying to make it look like a 3D. Well, it's not. It's actually just flat.
She got it. She said, oh, okay.
All right.
And Mark Snyder is asking if we can use transform.
Yeah, why not?
Yes, Mark. We're about to use transform. Get ready.
All right, just for you.
So excited.
Okay, so let's go, and it's in layers, and then there's basically two ways of use transform. You can drag any corner and then create like this kind of perspective effect. Just dragging any.
You also could. That's a way you could maybe match the two photos if you wanted to.
Also,
maybe that's what he meant actually.
Also, it depends on the images. If they're very, very different of angle, it might be not possible to do it. But if they're very close,
you might be
able to cheat a little bit with transform and then get the right angle. And then the other way that you can do this, and by the way, you can reset your shape. Let's say you're doing like this. If you long press on the icon of transform, it will reset.
This actually works for a lot of the tools. Just so you guys know, like if you go to contrast or something like that, and you slide it all the way to the right and make contrast 100, if you long press on it, it'll reset back to 0.
Yeah.
So.
And the other way that you can use this is by not dragging the corners but the sides, so like this, and then it will transform in a more uniform way. Proportionate, like that. All right. That's about transform.
Okay.
Filter. All right. Let's add some cool filter.
Oh. Ooh. Come on. If you guys have any questions, let us know now. We're about to finish up. This is your warning.
Also, I'm going to add some of the darkroom that I like to add just at the end. Make it look better. And maybe some color. A little bit more color. And, okay. I would suggest to add also a vignette here, but not for the vignette itself, but the blurry, because the blurriness will also help to give the sensation that the camera is focusing on the object that is in the middle, and it will give also even more effect of a 3D. So I'm gonna take away the dark vignette. Just I'm gonna leave like 10%. And I'm going to add some blurriness. And as you can see...
a lot of people have been asking us in Light, we had the tilt shift tool, and now we have blur, which is actually in Vignette. And it basically does the same thing. And actually, with tilt shift, you had the mirror or the radial or the linear gradient.
Yeah.
You can actually do that with this blur. You can just turn it and it'll be linear, or you can, like, there's still a way to do it. Yeah, show them what I mean.
Just like that. If you want to have it more sharp transition, you can raise it.
So for those of you who are looking for tilt shift, it's a little bit different. It's in blur, which is in vignette.
If you want to have the whole image blurred, you can just make it very, very small and just put it somewhere, and then you have that blurriness.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's it.
We have Franklin saying saludos desde Peru.
Oh,
We just talked
saludos,
about Peru.
Franklin. Muchas gracias. Me gustó mucho estar en Perú.
Yeah.
I just had to. I mean, Peru is a beautiful country, really.
So Hannah is saying again, she's asking us if we can post this image or we can give it to her to remix. So Hannah, we can't give you this exact picture, meaning the iPhone picture or the yoga guy. We actually use stock photos because we're a company.
Yeah.
So we use like Getty Images or a stock photo website, but there's actually some really cool free stock photo websites that we talk about sometimes, and a lot of them have a search, so you can go to them and then you can search iPhone photo or photo of iPhone or mobile device, and you can find cool high resolution photos to use. High resolution is very important. So some of those photo sites are Unsplash, we like to use a lot, Pixabay, Pexels, so write those down. Pexels, Pixabay, Unsplash. And you can find tons of cool stock photos.
Very, very good pictures. High quality.
Yeah. So I think that's it, unless you guys have any questions. Zeke. If we don't have the Pro version, can we still edit it using the normal Enlight app and not the PhotoFox one?
You can still edit it in PhotoFox
Just the free version. Yeah, there's still a lot you can do with the free version. You still have layers, you still have most of the tools, you just don't have all the extra packs and extra layers. But you can still use the Enlight app if that's what you're used to. It's totally cool with us.
I think
go for it. We actually just updated it not a long time ago.
I mean, I'm not so sure, but I think this specific tutorial you could do it without the Pro version.
I think you did do it with the Pro version, right? Because you only combine 2 layers.
Yeah, I just had 2 layers.
And then you use darkroom, but you don't have to.
I mean, you don't have to do darkroom. You can just adjust, and that will work just fine.
So I think that's it for today. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back next week. I think we're going to be here on Wednesday, not Thursday, so mark your calendar.
I'm marking my calendar.
So I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.